All right, this is the next episode of True Wrestling Fan Discussions, continuing our retro pay-per-view review series. This is going to be WWF Royal Rumble 1996. I'm your host, Mike.
I'm Frank. Let's get into it. Got a lot to cover here. On the road to WrestleMania in 1996, we heard enough of the "Tell Me a Lie." Shawn Michaels couldn't wrestle anymore. Then all of a sudden he can wrestle. Now he's in the Royal Rumble. We've got the debut of the man they call Vader and the return of Jake the Snake Roberts and some interesting people that were invited to the Royal Rumble that opted not to do it, including one ECW wrestler who was invited, declined, but had his own idea of how an elimination should go for himself. I'll get to that when we get to the Rumble. But let's go ahead and kick it off. January 21st, 1996, Fresno, California. Vince McMahon and Mr. Perfect doing the commentary on this one. Just shy under 10,000 people on hand for this one. Remember, 1995 was a really bad year, so we're hoping to kick off 1996 on the right foot. Unfortunately, the opening bout's not going to get us there. Opening bout of the contest is Ahmed Johnson versus Double J Jeff Jarrett. Take it away.
Broke 6,000 guitars, never drew a dime. When Jeff Jarrett came out, you hear a rap piss on cotton. I just wanted to see Ahmed Johnson destroy him. That's it. I just want to see Ahmed just destroy him.
I don't think he got enough of Jeff Jarrett on this night, unfortunately, because the match was less than 7 minutes. I don't think he got enough. And then Jarrett was pretty much gone after this. So it's like he came back for a couple.
Oh yeah, he just came back and nobody cared. They brought him back.
Oh, when he arrived in WWE '94, nobody cared.
Yeah, I don't know why they brought him back. I don't know why they.
I don't know either. I don't know. But before the match, they showed what led up to this match, the altercation they had at the In Your House back in December. Jeff Jarrett hitting him over the head with the gold record or whatever from his hit "Ain't I Great? No, You're Not."
Oh, Jesus Christ.
During the match itself, Ahmed Johnson did show off his strength in this one, and he kind of got in a few good moves on Jarrett. He had a nice dive over the top rope onto Jarrett on the outside, which was pretty good, showing the big man has his agility. Now, also during the match, Jarrett applied the figure four on Ahmed, but he was able to reverse it. I mean, that guy's got a lot of strength. You're going to have to do a lot to keep him down in order to put a figure four leg lock on him. Jarrett, he went off the top rope finally with the guitar and got himself disqualified. Excuse me. I guess he figured at this point there's no beating this man, because at this point a spine buster and the Pearl River Plunge was in his future. So Ahmed Johnson wins the match by disqualification over Jeff Jarrett. It's unfortunate we didn't get to see Jarrett get the full brunt of what Ahmed could do. Now, following that, Todd Pettengill interviewed Big Daddy Cool Diesel, who seems like his old self again at this point. He's over there cracking jokes. Oh, I got no problem with the Undertaker and da. Yeah, we see this a few times over the next week or so until finally it's just gonna snap and just everybody's gonna be a victim of Big Daddy Cool Diesel. He's a ticking time bomb at this point. But he believes himself to be the odds-on favorite going to WrestleMania. And realistically, he is. And I love, when he made the comments, he goes, "We ain't running on Vader time. We're still running on Diesel." It would have been real nice for them to lock up. At some point, but we didn't get it. So next match on the card was for the WWE Tag Team Championships. The Smoking Guns defending the tag titles against the Body Donnas of Skip and Zip. How exciting.
Well, Sonny was there at least.
Yeah, that's pretty much what that made up for it. Especially during the match, Sonny was on the apron. She got knocked off by Billy, and of course he goes out to check on her. She's playing possum as the Body Donnas double team Billy Gunn, and Billy always had a thing for her, and this is what's going to happen in 1996 is she's going to manipulate the tag team division and go where the belts are, pretty much. Now, again, this was not a long match as well, about a little over 11 minutes. Mm-hmm. Not really exciting.
It was
the Body Donnas to me just didn't make any sense. It's by this point they pretty much gave up on Chris Candido and just threw him a tag team partner and says, "Here, go play in the tag team division," when he should have been in the singles going for the Intercontinental Championship or something other than this. But Smoking Guns had hit their finisher on Zip, and Bart went for the cover, but Sonny was distracting the referee at this point. That allowed Skip to go off the top rope and hit Bart. Now, at this point, you think this is where the Body Donners got the upper hand. They maybe got the pin, the tag team titles. No, they did not get the pin here. This was even when Skip and Zip had switched places because the referee couldn't tell them apart. The Body Donnas went for a double suplex on Bart. Billy had actually speared Skip at that point. Bart rolled up Zip and gets the pin, and the Smoking Guns retained the tag team titles at the Royal Rumble against the Body Donnas. In 1996, this is where the tag team division started to get some traction, get some teams in there. Not all-star teams like the Steiners, Legion of Doom and all guys like that, but they were, at this point now you got the Smoking Guns, you've got the Godwins about to come in. Well, Phineas is about to show up. You got the Owen Hart and the British Bulldog at this point, so you've got the division kind of building up. Where a year ago we were looking at the finals of the tag team title tournament, going, "What the hell are they doing?" Like they really had no teams at that point. So following the tag team title match, we had a compilation of Billionaire Ted's Wrestling War Room, plus a video of what led up to the next match on the card, which was for the Intercontinental Championship, Razor Ramon defending the title against Goldust.
Yeah, that was that feud had been going on for a little while, and it was actually like there was a lot of it actually told a good story. Like it was, it was believable. I mean, Razor did a good job on Scott Hall.
Yeah,
like, he was really pissed off, and he didn't want to work. He didn't want to do the Goldust angle. He really didn't want to do it. He wanted to work with Hunter Hearst Helmsley, but they wanted him to do the Goldust thing. So here we are.
Well, even if he didn't want to do it, he like you said,
did a good job.
He still did a good job. This is the first time we're kind of seeing stuff like this. Being portrayed by Goldust, Dustin Rhodes, whatever. And so psychologically getting into the head of Razor Ramon into this match, his track record at the Royal Rumble is not that good.
No.
Unfortunately. And like we said a couple of Rumbles ago, was never ever in a Royal Rumble, and I would have liked to see that at least once. But always involved in a title match. The year before, lost to Double J, Jeff Jarrett. So let's see what would happen this time around. Now, when Goldust came out, this was the debut also of Marlena, who came down with him at ringside. Vince asked Perfect at this point, if you're Razor Ramon, what are you thinking? Perfect was like, let's ooze it together, Chico.
Perfect was in rare form.
God. Man, it would actually have been cool if, he was back in the ring at this point as well. Even, one more time, see Razor Ramon and Mr. Perfect doing a program together too for the IC title. But, unfortunately we didn't get it. During the match, Goldust, once again, with the constant mind games on Razor Ramon, was kind of keeping him off guard. And Goldust was one step ahead of Razor Ramon pretty much all throughout the match. Marlena distracted the referee at one point. This is where it really turned because Goldust got a little of an assist to winning the Intercontinental Championship, and that came in the 1-2-3 kid coming out of nowhere, jumping off the top rope, spinning heel kick on Razor Ramon, and Goldust gets the pin, and he is the new Intercontinental Champion.
Lost the IC belt again at the Royal Rumble.
And we said this a couple of times that it was weird that they did a program with Goldust, considering he was still in a storyline feud with the 1-2-3 kid. Why didn't he face him at the Royal Rumble instead? But we're gonna get a crybaby match in about a month at the In Your House, which was ridiculous. But 1-2-3 kid cost him the Intercontinental title, and Goldust is now, like I said, the new champion. Unfortunately. Now, following this, they had pre-recorded comments from Dr. Jeffrey Unger, who all of a sudden says Shawn Michaels is ready to jump back in the ring.
Doing great. He's doing great. He's ready.
Took 7 days, but all of a sudden, he's the best I've ever seen.
It's a miracle. It's a miracle.
Yep. And
that Tell Me a Lie? You know that stupid Tell Me a Lie video comes back? That was on YouTube the other day. looking for the video, and I saw the video. They do it again in '97 when he loses his smile, which I completely forgot about. They do another
Yeah,
Tell Me
you're
Alive video
right.
in
Yes.
1997,
Yes.
as if
You
it
know,
wasn't
one of
enough
the
the
things
first
I've
time.
lost is my smile.
As if it wasn't enough the first time. But anyway,
Yeah, but 1997 was a load of crap.
yeah, well, we know that. You know that.
But in any event, plus we had some pre-recorded comments from Owen Hart, Jake the Snake Roberts, Jerry Lawler, Barry Horowitz, why we needed that, Vader, and of course Shawn Michaels about the upcoming Royal Rumble. Now, before the Rumble started, they on the first ever free for all, they had a special type of a match with a special stipulation. The winner of the match would receive the number 30 entrance into the Royal
Yeah.
Rumble, where the loser would be number one. It was Duke the Dumpster Josie versus
Oh,
Hunter
Jesus
Hearst
Christ.
Helmsley. I know of all the two people, it was
The
these
Garbage Man.
two. And so Triple H wound up getting disqualified. So he would be the number one entrant into the Royal Rumble, while Duke the Dumpster Josie wastes
No.
number
Waste
30.
number 30 for nothing.
Exactly. Now, before we get to the Rumble, some of the people that were actually asked to be part of the Royal Rumble were the Ultimate Warrior,
Well, the
Dan
thing about the
Severn.
Warrior, the Warrior thing
Uh,
was kind of like one of those rumors because he had been negotiating with them back and forth, and they had played a video of like, "Hey, is the Warrior coming back? Find out next week." And then you didn't hear anything about it
yeah,
until months later. So the Warrior thing, I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it.
it was better that they waited until WrestleMania,
Yeah, yeah.
because if you put him in the Royal Rumble,
He's not
one
gonna win
that'll
it,
take away
so
from no, that'll take away from Vader making his debut,
yeah.
and then of course the huge push that you're putting on
Oh,
Shawn
yeah.
Michaels. Yeah, it wouldn't have
That
made
don't make
sense.
sense. Yeah.
So, and then of course Dan Severn, Peter McNeely, why I
Oh,
don't
Jesus
know,
Christ.
the model Rick Martel, and Sabu. And interesting thing about Sabu was he apparently had set up his own elimination before withdrawing. Speculation, obviously. Before withdrawing his name from the Rumble, he had decided that he was going to eliminate an opponent, slide under the bottom rope, and place the opponent on a table. He was planning to sprint across the ring, do a moonsault over the top rope, and smash the opponent through the table. So that would have been kind of cool. We get that later on when he shows up in the Rumble eventually, anyway. But as far as going over the top rope, I'm gonna have a few words to say about that shortly. But let's go ahead and start off with the Royal Rumble. The number one entrant was Triple H. The number two was Henry Godwinn. No love lost there between those two. Uh, and it was a while. It was actually a while before the first elimination actually occurred. The ring kind of built up a little bit. At number three, you had Bob Backlund. Number four was Jerry the King Lawler, who wound up spending most of his time um, around, started around the Vader incident of hiding under the ring. Now, at one point during the Rumble, Jerry Lawler actually tried to slop Henry Godwinn, but wound up getting slopped himself during that thing. At number five, you had Bob Sparkplug Holly.
Oh,
At
Jesus Christ.
number six, Cable. Number seven, the return of Jake the Snake Roberts, who came
Yeah,
out and
he's
unleashed the snake. Jerry Lawler. Actually, I thought my mistake. I thought it was when Vader came out. This is when Lawler went under the ring and kind of stayed there for a while. As Jake, he decided that's the best way I can make my entrance. I'm gonna unleash my snake and hope for the best. And the
yeah. This
pipe
is the
that pipe was huge.
older, less in shape Jake.
Yeah, I thought at least back then, because the first time they show the photo, they show the 1992 Jake. So you don't know if you're getting Trust Me, the heel Jake, or we're getting the old Jake. And we just got Fat Jake,
Control.
unfortunately. Yeah. At number eight, you had Dory Funk Jr. Number nine, Yokozuna. And at number 10, rounding out 1, 2, 3 kid, I'll get to him in a minute. The first elimination was by Yokozuna. Well, he eliminated Bob Backlund. As far as eliminations go, Shawn Michaels again led the way in this Rumble with 8. Diesel came up in second with 5. Vader had 4 in the short time he was in there, and Yokozuna had 3. Now, when the 1, 2, 3 kid came in, he's constantly looking behind him, and with good reason, because here comes Razor Ramon chasing him down to the ring. Unfortunately, Razor never got a hold of him. But it's interesting that at one point when 1, 2, 3 Kid was in the ring running for him, Mabel gave him a quick look like he was going to help Razor get him, but then he just left it
Yeah, forget
alone.
it.
Yeah, don't expect too much out of Mabel. So at number 11 we had Takayo Omori from New Japan Pro Wrestling. At number 12 we had Savio Vega, and at number 13 we had Vader make his entrance into the Royal Rumble. And several times during the Rumble, him and Yokozuna started having an altercation, and Jim Cornette's trying to calm those two down. And they're supposed to be working on the same side. That's not happening. Um, at number 14 was Doug Gilbert. 15 and 16, you had SWAT team members 1 and 2, and Vader had eliminated the first one. And they're identical twins. So as he's going down, the other one's coming in. So they both decide to go back to the ring, and Vader throws them both a beating again, and eliminates both of them. So, and then at this point too, Vader had also eliminated Jake the Snake Roberts, which was weird because it was kind of just like a shoulder block, and the momentum sent Jake over the rope. So Jake is gone, but like he was really going to win the Royal Rumble anyway. At number 17, you had Owen Hart. 18, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. And when he came in, he made a major impact because he eliminated both Vader and Yokozuna together. Now, this is where it got fun because Vader decided, I'm not done. He goes into the ring. He throws Shawn Michaels over the top
rope. Yeah, over the top rope.
And Michaels is not eliminated.
Yeah, he should have been eliminated.
Let me go on a little bit of a rant here and use several Rumbles as an example as far as this so-called rule goes. 1992, Randy Savage, after Jake the Snake Roberts was eliminated, he jumps over the top rope. He didn't eliminate himself. Same thing happens. 1997, Mil Mascaras is in the Royal Rumble. He goes over the top rope to hit somebody on the outside. He's eliminated. Vader cannot eliminate Shawn Michaels because he's an eliminated person.
Right.
Okay. 1993, Giant Gonzalez, who's not in the Royal Rumble, hits Undertaker, who winds up going over the top rope, and the Undertaker is eliminated.
Right. Yeah. They make it up as
somebody see something wrong here.
Maybe they changed the rule for this year. I don't know. I know it's not consistent. I know it's ridiculous.
They're changing a lot of rules for Shawn Michaels in the last couple of Rumbles.
It's like the 1 foot rule came out of nowhere. Like I don't remember the 1 foot. Yeah.
And so I just thought I would mention that because when they said, well, Shawn Michaels is not eliminated because Vader has already been eliminated.
That's not true.
Meanwhile, Hulk Hogan has half credit for eliminating Sid Justice.
But the argument can be made because of Flair. Flair dumped him out.
So. Flair was the other half of that.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times have we seen Roddy Piper eliminates Bad News Brown? Bad News Brown grabs Piper and eliminates him.
Pulls him out,
but he was an eliminated person.
Right. Yeah.
Piper should still be in the ring.
Hey man, it's wrestling, man. Don't try to look too deep into it.
But I thought I would go on, that little rant and rave, considering we saw this. So after Gorilla Monsoon finally gets everything under control, the rest of the guys started coming out. At number 19, you had Hakushi. And at number 20, you had the Native American Tatanka. Excuse me. Now, at number 21, you had Aldo Montoya. And by this point, Shawn Michaels was walking around outside. And he finds under the ring Jerry the King Lawler, brings him back in the ring, and eliminates him. Thank you. See you, Jerry Lawler. Now, mind you, during this whole time, Hunter Hearst Helmsley is still in the Rumble.
Still in there, yeah.
He lasted over about 50 minutes in this one.
Close to it, yeah.
At number 22, Big Daddy Cool Diesel came in, and he didn't waste any time. He actually went after Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels then retaliated on him. Well, if you're going to hit me, I'm going to hit you. At number 23, you had Kama. Number 24, the Ringmaster, Steve Austin. Number 25, Barry Horowitz. At number 26, you had Fatu. 27, Isaac Yankem. At number 28, Marty Jannetty.
Him and Shawn went at it.
Michaels. Yeah. I love it. Love it. Two things you always need every Rumble back then. Santana and Martel to find each other. Marty and Shawn to find each other. At number 29, you had the British Bulldog, and rounding out number
Yeah.
30, Duke the Dumpster
Runner up.
Drosy.
Bull
Just killed the momentum.
Bulldog, your runner up from last year, but now he's a heel. So he's got no chance. You know Shawn
Yeah,
always had his number, right? Shawn Michaels always had the British Bulldogs number.
yes,
He
he did.
beat him for the IC title on that Saturday night's main event,
Yep,
right? The Royal Rumble.
yep. This
Um
Royal Rumble,
this Royal Rumble. Then they feud for the world title later
Beware of
on.
Dog, yep.
Yeah. And
The European
then the
title.
European title. Guy, man, he could never get over on him.
And when he made his last return in 2000, thank God Shawn wasn't
Shawn wasn't there,
there,
he was nowhere to be
but it was
found,
The
yeah.
Rock making his life a living hell.
Yeah, so
So
damn it.
now, at the once when Bulldog and Michaels were fighting on the outside and not eliminated, Owen Hart had come back down to try to get the advantage and attack Shawn Michaels. Unfortunately, it didn't work. Now the final four in this one wound up coming down to Shawn Michaels, Big Daddy Cool Diesel, once again the British Bulldog, and Kama.
Yeah, but you know
And
that
then of course,
Austin was supposed to be part of the Final Four. I don't think Kama was, but somehow Austin got eliminated by accident. I don't know how it
yeah, because
happened.
they didn't even show it, and they had to
Something
ask each
happened.
other, was the
Yeah,
ringmaster even eliminated?
Someone messed up, and he because he was supposed to be in the Final Four. And I think Kama as the Supreme Fighting Machine, this is I think one of his last appearances, if not his last appearance. We know he comes back, Kama Mustafa, but yeah, I think this is one of his last appearances.
Yeah, and it didn't take long for the final four to uh, leave the ring because once the Bulldog and Kama went out, the Diesel turns around. Shawn Michaels, a little sweet chin music. Out goes Big Daddy Cool Diesel. And once again, your winner of the 1996
Again,
Royal Rumble, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
yeah,
Now,
yeah,
what made
yeah.
this interesting is Doc Hendricks was interviewed Diesel at ringside, right in between him beating the hell out of the Bulldog. And he said in the interview, only reason he's living and breathing Shawn is because I'm allowing it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, ooh. Because then remember, Diesel gets back in the ring. Shawn Michaels thinks he's getting, at this point, he's getting his ass handed to him. Diesel's messing with the glove, puts the high five, and then all of a sudden Shawn is Shawn again. And you're going to see this again the on the Monday Night Raw, not the night after this, the one after that, when Shawn is getting his butt kicked, and then all of a sudden here comes Diesel, and then all of a sudden Shawn's talking shit.
Mm-hmm.
So typical. But Shawn's doing his little strip tease there, but he high fives Big Daddy Cool Diesel. Yeah, I know that was a little ridiculous. It was. So, but once again, for the first time since Hulk Hogan repeated as the Royal Rumble champion, Shawn Michaels now has done it. So, who would he be facing at WrestleMania?
And that's what was good about this. I actually like that they had the world title match last, and that the Rumble was before that, because it's something different. It's you get the winner of the Rumble, and you're like, okay, he's going to WrestleMania, but who's he going to face?
Exactly.
That's kind of cool. Like when you
normally we find out the champion first,
right. Mm-hmm.
and now who's going to be the challenger.
Right.
I liked how they did the
cool.
title match at the end, and also something different that we're going to see here is babyface and babyface, and because for the WWE Championship,
they did it the year before too. Did it the year before too.
This is true. Yes, Diesel and Brett. Okay, I take that back. But this will be the first time that these two guys have locked up. Other than when The Undertaker made his debut in the 1990 Survivor Series, the first guy he got in the ring was Bret Hart.
The only thing they didn't build this up. That's the only problem I have with it.
No, that was the only thing that was wrong.
Just like this. Undertaker's no more contender. Okay. And that's it.
And that was it. There was no build up on Raw. No interviews, no tagging up together. Is there animosity between them? No rift, no nothing. It was just we threw this together. See you on the 21st of January.
The beef was really between Diesel. They teased the Diesel and because Diesel wanted to be the number one contender, and then Diesel's lingering around the ring.
Yep, and he as the Undertaker came out, the Undertaker's not backing down. He's taking off his jacket and whatnot, and these two start going at it. When they finally break it up, I love when Diesel's like, "I'm not afraid of the dark."
Yeah,
this is good stuff. This was such a great build up to WrestleMania.
It was. The only problem, and when we get into the match, we'll get into it. The only problem is that it kind of takes away from what this match should have been. So
This should
get
have
into the
this should have
match.
been epic.
Yeah. So
And I mean, these guys just pulled out all the stops. I love when Brett finally was able. He took the mask off
mhm.
of the Undertaker, and we finally get the
Yeah,
face of
Brett
the
was doing some heel
Undertaker.
stuff again. He was doing
He
some heel stuff
was
again, like the year before. Yeah.
he was playing possum again, trying to pull a Survivor Series '95 on Undertaker. I mean, these guys just went to hell and back, beating the hell out of each other. I mean, this was just shy of 30 minutes. This
Hmm.
match, and the one thing that took away from it was when the Undertaker was fixing to get ready to tombstone Bret Hart, and he does it, and he's getting ready to pin him. Here comes Big Daddy Cool Diesel and ruins it.
DQ.
Yep. The Undertaker wins by disqualification. Now, Bret gives him a rematch in a couple of weeks, but still, that is not in comparison
That's
to
the
a Royal
only.
Rumble match.
That's the only problem is that with this match is that the match was good, but the end was garbage. And this happened the year before with all the outside interference. I understand it's babyface versus babyface. Okay, fine. And you're basically they were just trying to set up Diesel versus
Diesel
The
Taker.
Undertaker at WrestleMania, which I'm fine with. But it took away from what this match could have been because they go on to have great matches in '97, Brett
Yeah.
and The Undertaker.
Oh, yeah.
But it just kind of took it away. I mean,
The
it was
first
cool
time
that
on pay per view should have been a clean winner, and then
yeah,
Diesel
it's
with his stuff
and
afterwards.
not only that, and like I said before in other reviews, this took away from Brett too because Brett again he was done for. Well, this is actually I guess sort of like the first time Brett is done for. He's going to lose the belt. The same thing happens at the In Your House versus Diesel. He was done for, and Undertaker basically saved him by
Well, we knew
yanking.
that was coming because remember
So
Taker
going
on
into
Raw
Wrestle,
saying
right?
there's no chance in hell he's going to win the championship.
But my point is going into WrestleMania, Brett's going to lose because he's just barely scraping by.
And
So
and we've talked about this. Brett, he had a pretty crappy card, wise 1995, but from November
right, he's having great matches,
until
but
WrestleMania, he's fighting. Like it's not been easy for him. It's been Diesel,
right,
British Bulldog, The Undertaker, Diesel again.
yeah, he
Not
should
to
have won
mention the
it.
Monday Night Raw matches
He
with
should have won it
Goldust and The
to.
Undertaker again.
He should have won into WrestleMania strong. I just
He
knew
should
he was.
have.
I knew he was going to lose. But
Even if The
but
Undertaker takes the loss at the Royal Rumble, that's not going to hurt him.
yeah, I
And
don't know.
Brett needed to go into WrestleMania almost like he was unbeatable. Like I beat
Right,
all of these
right,
guys.
right. And this Sean is just another guy he's going to beat. But
Exactly.
you know,
But he loses this match, that's all gone.
so it was cool when Diesel gave Undertaker the finger. That was something
Yes, I
different.
loved it.
That was cool.
And then of course the
From the
next night,
backstage.
Brett's apologizing to the Undertaker. He goes, that's not me. I'll give you another shot. And I'm like, bro, don't apologize because somebody ran in that you had nothing you didn't have the control over.
Yeah, but I didn't mind. I didn't really mind that because it was
I mean, I
basically
know
him.
you're giving him the respect,
Yeah, it was
but
giving him the respect. I didn't mind that so much. But they had some good They had backstage stuff too after this. Right? They had like
oh
some
my God.
promos.
Yeah, Todd Pettengill, he interviewed Gorilla Monsoon. He announced that it would be Bret Hart versus Diesel at In Your
Hmm.
House. At first, it was just going to be a regular match. Then Doc
Now it's a
Hendricks interviewed
cage in the
Shawn
cage.
Michaels. Yeah. Then Pettengill again with Gorilla Monsoon. Taker interrupted, said it would be a cold day in hell before Diesel wears the title. Now Gorilla Monsoon has made it a steel cage match. Where at this point, Bret Hart has pretty much had it up to here with Diesel and all his
Hmm.
crap. It's like once and for all, and for a guy that's leaving the company, he's getting an awful lot of title shots at this point too.
Well, they didn't know he was leaving the company yet. It's not at this
Not,
point yet. Not yet.
no, not yet. But I mean, he gets Bret In Your House, and then of course his last one with Shawn Michaels.
Right. At that point, they knew
Yeah,
he was already out the door.
and then of course Doc interviewing Diesel. Diesel said, I'm the best thing going today." Okay, there, Four Horsemen. And then once again, Todd interviewed Jim Cornette and Vader about everything that happened earlier in his debut. So I mean, overall, it was a pretty good Rumble. It was
Yeah,
a
it's pretty
good way
good.
to start off 1996, considering 1995 was pretty much that.
It
So yeah,
was.
you had some good returns. Vader was an impressive debut.
Hmm.
We all knew Shawn Michaels was going to win this. I mean, you had to be in isolation not to know this was going to happen with all the stuff that's gone on with the doctors and the passing out and all that nonsense.
The
I
Tell Me a
mean,
Lie video,
oh my
yeah,
God, tell me a
yeah,
lie.
yes. Overall, yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a good Rumble.
Hmm. Better than last year. As far as Rumble wise, it was better than last year's.
Yeah, it was an improvement.
Well, yeah, this time at least you had them every 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's at least no, yeah. All right, well, all right, that's our review. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. See you guys soon.
Take care.